Hey, brother teacher here. I saw a video not too long ago, and the topic was the comparison of Bruce Lee's kicks in contrast with actor and martial artist Jean Claude Van Damme. And my first gut feeling was that there really is no comparison between Bruce Lee's kicking ability and Jean Claude Van Damme. Now, let me qualify this by saying this. First of all, kudos to Jean Claude Van Damme. I love him immensely. He was one of my favorite motion picture stars as far as martial arts movies were concerned when he first came out with Bloodsport and Kickboxer and so forth. Let's understand this. Sometimes people are born with gifts. Jean Claude Van Damme is a very good actor, and he's very talented martial arts wise, but Jean Claude Van Damme was born with the ability to stretch in full splits. I'm sure that maybe some of that was acquired because he did study ballet and martial arts. So with those two combinations, I've seen him in videos, I've seen him in movies where he has demonstrated his excellence, and he is par excellent, if you will, as far as his flexibility is concerned, and even control of his leg and flexibility. I've seen him stand, extend his leg up above a person's head that's about 5'9" or even 6 foot, and just leave it there and just move his leg around. So that says a lot about his ability to control his muscles, okay, and even his hip flexors, as it were. But that alone does not make for a technician. Even though you can execute kicks in various ranges of kicks, even though you have great flexibility, does not necessarily mean that you're a great kicking technician. Bruce Lee was a kicking technician. Let's remember this. Jean Claude Van Damme started out in karate tournaments, point sparring, if you will, and that's not taking anything away from him. But Bruce Lee was studying and training in the art of fighting alone. No sport. He was never even sport minded. He attended sporting events to do demonstrations, and along with some of his students like Mike Stone, Joe Louis, and Chuck Norris, and so on and so forth, he was there as moral support and what have you, and watched them compete during the 60s and the latter part of the 60s and so forth. However, Bruce Lee was a martial scientist. I am a martial scientist. There are many martial scientists, and what that simply means is that we study physics. We study the laws of nature as it relates to fighting in the human body. I don't believe, now someone can say, well, brother teacher, this is your personal opinion. No, I have observed Jean Claude Van Damme. I don't believe he is as much a scientist in kicking and martial arts as Bruce Lee was. So if I were to point the finger at someone as being more technical in their kicking ability, it would be hands down Bruce Lee. Not because I'm a fan of Bruce Lee, not because he inspired me in the martial arts when I was very young, but because I'm being very objective and I'm being honest. You know, there are still people out here that are honest, and that's my honest viewpoint, because when I watched Bruce Lee kick, he was meticulous about where to place the kick, how to kick, when to kick, how to control his speed, you know, when to get the most and how to get the most out of the kicking techniques, how to employ the hip into the techniques, when to relax and when to be hard, and so on and so forth. Bruce Lee was the better technician in kicking. Now, Jean Claude Van Damme is a very good kicker, but nowhere as technical, again, as Bruce Lee. Now, we're only talking about these two individuals and no one else. There are many people that can kick like Bruce Lee, and there are many people who can kick like Jean-Claude Van Damme, but we're just talking about the contrast between Van Damme and Bruce Lee. So that was my weigh in on this particular topic, and let me know what you think.